Sir.
Yeah, on the economy, please. We've had a couple of weeks where the Fed Chairman, Mr. Powell, has said he's keeping an eye on inflation. Now, do you get a sense that it's because of government spending, or is it because of these temporary things of economic recovery post-COVID?
Well, most economists will tell you a lot of it happens to do with the Democratic policies. Let's take, for one, the extended unemployment. What's happened with the extended unemployment is you see the sheer numbers, more than 9 million jobs out there, but they're not being filled. Why? Because government's competing with the struggling small businesses. So now what has happened is people are paid more to stay home. But you have to pay more for people to go to work. You have to pay more than people who are working today. That causes inflation. So their action caused inflation. Most economists will tell you, too, in a supply-constrained economy of what we are today, the government spending of those $1.9 trillion with less than 9% going to COVID enhances inflation. And what does inflation do? Inflation raises the cost of everything. The coffee you bought today cost you more. When you filled your car up, your gas cost you much more. You'll continue to go to the store, fruits, vegetables, milk, whatever you buy, it will cost you more. If you're building a house, you'll see lumber like you've never seen. This continues to put the spiral where we have not seen inflation in a number of decades. Makes you feel a little like 1979. Well, I'm hopeful that these policies don't continue. And in an earlier question, you were talking about infrastructure. Any economist will tell you adding $5 trillion into this economy not only will break it, it'll cause greater inflation that causes the greatest tax increase on really those that are least deserving. Those that have the least amount of money will be charged the most. And then what we'll find as well, as no one's asked me about, when's the debt ceiling coming up? Well, the debt ceiling's coming up much faster because all the Democrats voted for that $1.9 trillion bill that had less than 9% going to COVID. So yeah, that's a much higher debt, faster. And the two greatest threats to this nation is China and our debt. And they're spiraling in both directions by not holding them accountable and continuing to waste money on what they're spending it on.